Just when will they arrive? What would make that old man Roig work faster? I was much too soft on him last time. I'll make sure to act more firmly from now on, and... Adventurer! Finally, Sir Jordine is looking for you. Let's hurry before he gets pulled into a meeting. It took a lot of effort to get you this opportunity. You should be honored, adventurer, to walk the palace grounds with me. That is Sir Roig's office. I say it's far too nice, considering his position. I'm sure you've heard much about our Grand Chamberlain. He may seem a bit particular at times, but beneath it all, he's quite the gentle soul. Especially toward talented individuals. I'm sure you more than fit those qualifications. Here we are, the Grand Chamberlain's office. Rather modest for his authority, don't you think?
Adventurer, welcome. It's not much, but make yourself at home. Praise for you has been abundant in my circles. I simply couldn't resist extending an invitation to meet. I share a dream with the people of Serendia, for our homeland to prosper far beyond that of 𝐾alfion. For the happiness of the citizens of Serendia, will you help me fulfill this dream? There's a castle ruins to the southeast of Serendia. Land named 𝕨𝕭𝕟 that once belonged to a count. Now it's nothing more than a den for traitors who discarded their oaths of loyalty like worn-out shoes. They must be brought to justice.
But Sir Jordine, that's where Owl is. He's your friend. You can't kill him.
My lady, there is not a soul alive unaware of the threat that Lord Alfonso Rundi's forces pose for 𝐻𝑒:𝓁. Our friendship is what's kept him alive this long, but the safety of this country is my top priority. As future inheritor of this dukedom, you must also be strong. The people look to you as a beacon of truth and justice.
Joe!
I should be seeing to the 𝕨𝕭𝕟 ruins personally, but my forces are currently engaged with the Biragi bandits. Moreover, the fact that Alfonso Rundi and I were once friends is well known among the people of Serendia. So it is fortunate timing for a talented adventurer such as yourself to be here now. Will you help me? They are gaining strength by pillaging the surrounding area. We cannot let them extend their reach to Moretti Farm. If you succeed in taking down the 𝕨𝕭𝕟 forces, I promise you honor and fortune, and I shall do everything I can to help you find the White Witch. I've been investigating a missing person case lately. When we next meet, I may have something to share on the matter. Of course, I will await your answer. My lady, please excuse me. I have a meeting to attend.
Adventurer, come to my chambers. So, I must be strong and just, as Sir Jordine said. A friend's life for the people of 𝕁𝕭. There is something you should know before you depart for 𝕁𝕭. Jordine Ducasse, the son of a secretary. 𝐼'𝓂 𝓁𝓁𝒻𝑙, the son of a knight. And me, 𝕁𝕭 𝕁𝕭𝕠, the youngest daughter of the king. All hailing from different backgrounds, yet we were friends. To one another, we were Jo, Al, and Jerry. Always playing happily with one another. As we grew older, we began to realize the differences in our status. Then everything changed when Kelphion attacked. Jo and Al, those carefree scoundrels, enlisted to fight under General Cliff. I remained within the castle walls, entirely unaware of how the war was unfolding. When word came that the enemy was at our door, I tried to escape, but was captured by Kelphion. I took a blow to the head when I was taken prisoner. I thought surely my end had come. But when I opened my eyes again, I found myself in Jordine's arms. A strong jaw, a sharp nose, the sound of labored breathing. My heart races each time I recall that moment. After the war, he rose to the rank of Grand Chamberlain. He proposed to me, making us heirs to 𝕁𝕭. But instead of celebrating our union, Al locked himself away in his estate, refusing to ever see me again. What horrors must he have endured in the war? I cannot fathom how we three came to be in such a state as this. That said, 𝐼'𝓂 𝓁𝓁𝒻𝑙 is still my friend. But as Sir Jordine said, I must steel myself for the sake of my state. Promise me, swear, that you won't kill him. Do you understand? I need your word that his life will be spared. Now, I wonder what meeting Sir Jordine's attending. Roig told me he had nothing scheduled today. Come to think of it, he didn't head toward the meeting room. Could he be seeking a private audience with Father at a time like this? And it's right on the heels of his proposal regarding 𝐼'𝓂. I have a bad feeling about this. We must go.
Grand Chamberlain, Sir Edmund Dawson of the extraction mill still complains about the delivery schedule.
He's trying to pin his embezzlement on us.
What are you talking about? Speak plainly, Jordine.
Bring in the sword. Sir Edmund sent me this sword as a gift. It appears ordinary at first glance, but were you to hold it yourself, you would sense the darkness within, like gripping a shadow. It's undoubtedly been refined with pure black crystals, likely pilfered from our extraction mill.
Those Calpheon scum. When will they leave us be? Well, at least it's not about Alfonso. I'll personally deal with the black crystals later. For now, let's focus on the task at hand. Let's first head to the 𝕨𝕗 farm and assess the situation. It's closest to 𝕨𝕭𝕟, so we're bound to find something. I'll personally deal with the black crystals later. For now, let's focus on the task at hand. This is 𝕨𝕗 farm, the granary of Serendia. And just south of here is 𝕨𝕭𝕟 territory. Lately, there's been a noticeable increase in soldiers in 𝕨𝕭𝕟, despite it being nothing but ruins. Which means either they're stealing from 𝕨𝕗 farm, or they're getting help. Well, now that we're here, how should we approach this? We can't just outright ask if they're colluding with 𝕟, can we? This is 𝕨𝕗 farm, the granary of Serendia. And just south of here is 𝕨𝕭𝕟 territory. That could work. You're smarter than you look. We'll just go in like we're here on regular business. Right. Give them a casual greeting, 𝕁. Don't seem too stiff, and don't lose your temper. Deep breath.
Didn't the Scarecrow attack you on your way here? Greetings. I am 𝕨𝕭𝕟 𝕨𝕗. I run 𝕨𝕗 farm. Greetings. I am 𝕨𝕭𝕟 𝕨𝕗. I run 𝕨𝕗 farm. How can I help you, adventurer? Oh, And Lady 𝕨𝓁𝓁.
Hello. Oh, there's that scent again. Why does it haunt me so? Ah, 𝐵𝑒𝑟𝑐𝑖, it's been some time. I hope you're paying your taxes on time?
Taxes? Wasn't that last week? They went up a fair margin, but we paid them without complaint.
Oh, is that so? There's that scent again. Why does it haunt me so? Yes, I was wondering the same. Why are soldiers hanging around a farm?
They're mercenaries from 𝕨𝕤, currently protecting the farm.
What? 𝕨 forces on your farm? Surely you haven't forgotten where your allegiances lie.
What am I to do then? I requested 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁 to send troops to fend off the monsters, but they never came. Do you know how much I've spent on them? If you don't enjoy their presence, send some soldiers of your own. Do you know how much I've spent on them? If you don't enjoy their presence, send some soldiers of your own. It's been ages since I requested soldiers, and she brings me just one. What do you expect them to accomplish? Just like that? I can't believe it. After everything I did. Actually, why didn't the Lord send someone like you earlier?
This one here is one of mine. Could you send your mercenaries away now?
Of course, but I already paid for their services. Oh well, I guess I could give them some farm work. I thought all the wheat over there was lost. I'm glad I'll be able to harvest it now. Is there something else you need? Or are you looking for some work here? If so, you can ask the workers here. Rewards won't be much, but should be worth your while. If so, you can ask the workers here. Rewards won't be much, but should be worth your while. Why ask me? I'm swamped with work on the farm, and have no time to care what goes on over there. You saw how many monsters were in the wheat field just now, right?
𝐵𝑒𝑟𝑐𝑖, I'm here for the supplies. Let's quickly be done with it.
Ah, Coco, just in time. Everything's ready in the barn. Oh.
See, Povius? It's just as I told you. 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁ians all have secrets they're hiding. So, the intel of 𝕨𝑒𝓁𝓁 farms siphoning grains was true. You know, you could have settled your debt with that.
I said I needed just one more week, Lady Isabel. You can't just barge in like this. Besides, you agreed to the extension. I mean, do you not trust me? Have you no faith?
Ah, so you're saying 𝑉𝒺ndians are trustworthy? And how much of my goodwill must I extend? One lends money but does not receive, while the other does not return what was loaned. Who's the villain? Of course it's the latter. Besides, I'm not pressing her for immediate payment. I'm just reminding her that the date is forthcoming. So, what brings you here, adventurer? All of the troops at the castle ruins by yourself? You're good, but that would truly be impressive. You know, they're actually quite pitiful once you come to know them. I heard tax rates rose quite a bit in 𝒺ndia, did they not? Many who took loans from our 𝐻𝑒𝓁 merchant guild claimed they did so to pay off their mounting taxes. I was just about to go and remind the Baron of his debt. But I heard a disturbing rumor going around. Word is that he's gotten his hands on a black stone. I'm not foolish enough to discuss debts in such circumstances, yet here I find you, heading the same way as I, prepared to do my dirty work for me.
Rebels and the army. They're all 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝒺ndians. It's a pity.
So, I'd like to request you to be my escort. You might as well be under my official employ.
Isabel, I'm literally standing right here. You cannot be so bold when thieving my champions from me.
Oh, I had no such intention. If ever the adventurer goes to Calpheon, I merely wish to offer my assistance. As it happens, I too am on my way to the Eastern Gateway. The more the merrier when it comes to traveling, hence my proposal.
If you dare pull such a stunt in front of me again, I'll have the 𝐻𝑒𝓁 Merchant Guild's business license revoked.
Of course, my lady. Of course.
There's no need for leniency towards those who betrayed their country. Am I right? 𝒺ndia's fate is like a candle in the wind, and yet I'm here blockading some beat-up land. The Baron of Montfordel, no, Alfonso should know better. All of 𝒺ndia should be fighting together. Oh, so you're the one Sir Jordine spoke of. But why are you alone? This is not good.
Sir Havano Tito, did you just doubt the judgment of our Grand Chamberlain? Hold your tongue and give us the status report.
What? Lady 𝑔𝒁𝓁? What brings her ladyship to such dangerous... Yes, my lady. Right away. As you can see, not so good. We're barely keeping them from marching through. Where did they get the funding to maintain such a large force, damn it? That Alfonso. Born to a knight in name alone, he worked the land same as me. Yet he distinguished himself in the war, even received a title for it. If I'd been as fortunate in finding good friends and a mentor, I'd probably be living the high life in 𝐻𝑒𝓁 by now.
Do I hear a mere captain belittling the efforts of a Baron of 𝒺ndia? And in the presence of great nobility, no less. If Captain Cliff were around, he would have demoted you into dust. Keep your wagging tongue behind your teeth, lest I take it from...
Apologies, my lady. I'm just frustrated with the current situation. It's such an important time, but he's... So, how do you plan on fighting him? Gonna take him on by yourself? What? My lady, don't worry, I'm... Give me these bloody bastards! Get inside! Hurry! I will protect the ladies! Everyone, got the gate!
Adventure.
My lady!
I told you I'd take hostages before. You can see what toll that's taken on me. Damn. I hope you never see this side of me. Just give me a moment to compose myself, could you? Adventurer. Thank you. How do we end up like this? How Alfonso Rindy was here, right? How was he? I want to know. Tell me. I only caught a glimpse, but he didn't seem human. More like a demon. I don't. He was her justice. What could driven to such extremes, sir? They've decided to settle amongst themselves, have they? Truly, minds of men beyond my comprehension. I have to find 𝐿 and return to 𝕁𝕦𝕟𝕜. I'll listen to you, and then do not kill him, okay? Thank you. I'll send Dinesh in the meantime. Sure. What has happened to us?
It's a wish to speak with you. Mind your manners and listen well.
My true purpose here is to parley with Baron of 𝕁𝕭. I'll be needing your assistance. Could have thought Baron would change so. That's why your help is becoming more crucial. I know you're not here to kill Baron because of his ties to 𝕁𝕁𝕁𝕟𝓁. 𝕁𝕁𝕁𝕁 is known for her hot temper, but she also cares passionately for those she holds dear. I'm certain my lady would consider this betrayal, and I'll reward you handsomely. I have full confidence in your ability to carry out this task.
Povius will provide you with a pigeon.
I hope you may take these useful words to heart. Here, get your dog.
You have a black stone. Did your dean send you? I shall thwart him and protect 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁𝒾𝓃 for the glory and splendor of 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁𝓾! Restore 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁𝒾𝓃's glory! For the glory and splendor of 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁𝒾𝓃! possibly stop Jourdain now? Impossible. How do you wield such power? Who can possibly stop Jourdain now? So this is the end for Serendia. You win. Strike me down. Claim your victory. I only regret that I could not drag Jourdain down to hell with me. Did I not command you to take my life? Do you dare tarnish my honor as a Baron? The Grand Chamberlain's war is now inevitable. Perhaps it's fate. What are you waiting for? Finish me! Indeed, even Duke Domunghat, now nothing more than an old man, turns a blind eye to his schemes. The war left us nothing but scars, but he seeks to rekindle its flames again. I grew up the son of a poor knight, serving the Count of Montvidel. I became close friends with Princess 𝐺𝒗𝒏 and Jourdain, the son of a secretary. Things have become a bit complicated now, but back then, 𝐺𝒗𝒏 was nothing short of an angel. My feelings for her grew by the day, but my humble status kept them from forming into action. When Calpheon invaded Serendia, Jourdain's father was serving on the front line. Unfortunately, his father fell in battle, and that ever-cheerful lad spirit was forever shattered. Jourdain and I enlisted in General Cliff's unit and fought fearlessly, like demons in the vanguard. Victory was nearly within our grasp, but then, in a cruel twist of fate, 𝐺𝒏 was captured by the enemy. There was a woman who had a hand in 𝐺𝒏's kidnapping. Turns out, she was Jourdain's lover. As a close friend, only I knew of this, but since we needed his help in rescuing 𝐺𝒏, I didn't make mention of it. I proposed a desperate plan to General Cliff, sending out 3 of our best warriors to rescue her. I had hoped to be the one to rescue her, and once the war had ended, propose marriage with the dignity of a war hero. However, it was Jourdain who snatched the role of knight in shining armor from me. During the mission, Jourdain acted impulsively. I aided him and suffered a severe leg injury for it. As he escaped with 𝐺𝒏 in his arms, I could do nothing but watch. But even then, I still trusted my friend. Right after her rescue, the war ended. Calpheon made an example of the Montvidel lands by reducing them to ash. At the ceremony to honor the war heroes, Jourdain was made Grand Chamberlain and 𝐺𝒏 his bride-to-be. And I became Baron of some stone-wrought ruins. Impossible. How do you wield such power? Who can possibly stop Jourdain now? Since then, I've led the quiet, humble life of a farmer. That is, until I learned of Jordine's plans for war. I wished to halt the war, to safeguard 𝐿𝑅𝒁𝒃, to protect 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁. But alas, now, end my suffering swiftly. Then, what nonsense is this? Are you not a hired sword sent by Jordine? This is all part of his plan to quell 𝕨𝒪𝕐, rally the remaining forces, and strike at Calpheon. 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁? She sent you? Stop spouting rubbish. Why would Jordine's betrothed want me spared? It's a bold-faced lie. She still considers me a friend. I see. Yes. She was always so sentimental. But what of her husband-to-be? He'll likely never leave me be. Even if you spare me now, Jordine will just try to kill me again. Might as well end it here. Do it! And why are you twisting that particular knife again? Your treasonous blade is indeed Jordine's, not 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝒃's. He paid you off in black stones, didn't he? And you use its power, not knowing how it consumes you! And yet you still feign innocence. Did he order you to conceal your identity? If such power is unknown to you, what is this black aura that lurks behind you? No doubt that is the same power I wield. You flaunt that power so blatantly. Did you think no one would notice?
So, the Black Crystal incident at the mill was your doing, I see.
Isabel and Karosha, why are you here? The Grand Chamberlain's mercenary colluding with my benefactor? What's become of 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁? Or could it be that my benefactor doubts me and sent an assassin to dispose of a potential problem?
Simply put, I aimed to make the Baron of 𝕨𝒪𝕐 the direct competitor to the Grand Chamberlain. The Callous Parliament was keeping a close eye on the Chamberlain, but our Baron here was a little impatient. Even with Serendia's main forces tied up at the Baragi Den, you couldn't even handle Havano's ragtag army. And then you stole a black stone and became consumed by it. You've lost all credibility. Lord Alfonso, hand over that black stone to me. It's the least you can do to preserve our relationship. You know very well what awaits you at the end of black stone addiction, don't you?
Fine. Take it. How do you plan to prevent the coming war now?
That settles an urgent matter, but nothing is truly resolved yet. Lord Alfonso, I need you to hold tight and wait while your true role unfolds.
Understood.
Adventurer, what troubles you? Your countenance suggests you have many questions. Feel free to ask whatever you wish, but time is of the essence, so make it brief. 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁 may have pledged loyalty to Calpheon, but there are still many who remain hostile. Jordine Ducasse and Johann Cliff. They are men who prefer the sword to the pen. Also, the Duke may be an old man now, but he was once a general who led campaigns to Valencia. I simply seek to keep them on their toes, so their blades won't turn toward Calpheon. That's all. Oh dear, I know you lost your memories, but to have lost all common sense as well? 𝕨𝓁𝒃 𝓁𝓁𝒃, one of the richest men in Calpheon and a member of the Parliament. He's my father. Did you help me all this time without knowing this? How cute. How naive. Red Nose and Gieth both had black stones. But after you defeated them, those stones were nowhere to be found. It's easy enough to put two and two together. I'm sure you have your reasons for taking them, so I won't ask. I want to make a deal instead. You get what you want, and I get what I want. If you make further efforts to aid me, the Baron's black stone will be yours. What say you, adventurer? Is that reason enough to help me? Good. I need more concrete evidence that the Grand Chamberlain is preparing for war. Sir Havano Tito is the Grand Chamberlain's closest advisor. He should have whatever incriminating documents we need. I hear he has a fireflake flower allergy. We'll be able to use that to our advantage. Here, take this fireflake flower. Speak softly and act naturally. Got it?
That Alfonso, always acting so superior, always getting in my way. Yes, me? What? Take that thing away from me. I'm allergic to fireflake flower. Come back later. Take that thing away from me. I'm allergic to fireflake flower. There's no need for leniency towards those who betrayed their country. Am I right? Damn rebels. I'll make you weep when you hear the name 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁𝒃𝓃𝑒.
There's nothing you can't handle, is there? I'm starting to like you more and more. Why was he keeping this? To use as leverage against the Grand Chamberlain? Should have burned it. This! It's a secret order from the Grand Chamberlain to put greater pressure on 𝕞𝕦𝕔𝕙. But the sponsor, Bobby... Lauren? Oh, this took an interesting turn. He should be in Glish on business right about now. I knew it was strange for the country's biggest guild to be troubled by such small debt.
husband's doing a good job protecting the village. I have potions that were made by 𝐼'𝓂 himself.
Let's have a drink before we get going.
Hey, you already worn out? But all they finished.
Blast this shitty world. Always kicks me when I'm down. Back in my day, we climbed the ladder. From the bottom. Hey! Hey, you! Adventurer! I hear you've ingratiated yourself with her ladyship of late. Back in my day, we climbed the ladder. From the bottom. Yeah, you have no proof I wrote this. How dare you accuse me, the guild chairman? Hey, just because you have Lady Jarrett's backing doesn't make you less of an outsider. Listen well. I, Chairman Lauren of the 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁 Merchant Guild, wield the power around here. If you wish to make any sort of living in 𝕨𝕭𝕥𝕟𝕜, you better not get on my bad side. Yes, those Calpheon scum may have taken one of my inns because I defaulted on stupid debt, but I ain't dead yet!
Let's have a drink before we get going.
They say that the chief used to be a person called 𝕨𝕤𝕥, not real. This is the only inn here in 𝐺𝒃. Rest up before you go. 𝐺𝒃 ruins? Don't know much.
His reaction is, well, as passionate as I had expected. My suspicions have settled into certainty. After all, the flow of coin never lies. Once Bobby Lawrence sobers up, he'll likely run off to report this to the Grand Chamberlain. Best to ply him with more drink to buy some time. In the meantime, we have work to do. As you're probably keenly aware by now, Serendia's coffers aren't exactly overflowing. So where do you suppose the Grand Chamberlain, who's preparing for war, is getting his funds? It's the Black Crystals, of course. I've heard talk of frequent attacks on recent shipments heading to Calpheon. Well, go on. Investigate. Povius and I will keep an eye on Bobby. Oh dear, have you forgotten? I have the Baron's Black Stone. You want this, and I want your full cooperation. We both know exactly what we want, so don't complicate things. I'm nothing if not trustworthy. Caesar is in charge of security for this town and the mill. Ask him to prioritize the safety of Jean merchant goods. I'll leave the method of negotiation up to you. I'm certain you won't disappoint. Oh, and I hear the town is currently short on drinking water. Take this. It should curry you some favor. We both know exactly what we want, so don't complicate things. I'm nothing if not trustworthy.
adventurer? Very nice to meet you. Damn Fogan's wretched Nagas! We can't get any water because of them. It's a nightmare. Finally, some support from 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝑒. Great work. I can finally breathe easy thanks to you. Look! Water supplies just arrived. Prepare for distribution immediately. Townsfolk are waiting. Water's great, but if they don't send that mercenary soon, we're just drawing out the inevitable. Ah, you came alone. Is there any chance you're the famed mercenary I requested the Grand Chamberlain to dispatch? I hope you live up to the rumors. Oh, it's an honor that a mercenary favored by her ladyship has come to our aid. Indeed, I heard you handled the 𝕨𝕭𝕟𝕟 lot single-handed. Your exploits have made you the talk of the town. So of course I put in a special request for you specifically. If you're as good as they say, you'll be of great help to 𝑔𝒃. Oh, perhaps you're not the one I requested after all. Don't mind me. Must be the stress of recent events getting to me. Our lands have become a battlefield. Our guards are too busy to even blink. Oh, then you are the adventurer indeed. I have heard that you are under the employ of the guild as well as her ladyship. Some talent you must be to get the approval of so many prominent public figures. Well, the inevitable has come to pass. It's been an headache, to say the least. The Naga and Fogan situation has reached boiling point. It's become something that our garrison cannot handle alone. Did you not hear me? This place is practically a war zone. All that fighting with the Fogans and Nagas, day in, day out. Not only villagers living here, but also passing merchants are being attacked. It's utter chaos. Our village is surrounded by great swaths of marshland. In fact, Nagas have lived there for many years. For the longest time, they lived peacefully alongside us. But one day, this bastard 𝕁𝕦𝕔𝕙 arrived, bringing his tribe all the way from the great desert of Valencia, and laid claim to over half the marshland. Since then, it's been nothing but conflict. It's been 9 years already. We're the ones who ended up paying for his audacity. That's why we requested reinforcements from 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝑒, which made me think that the Grand Chamberlain sent you. I heard he's been focusing on military training these days, so I hoped he'd bring a swift end to those Nagas and Fogans. We waited and waited, but aid never came, and everyone's complaining. It's a living nightmare. What are we supposed to do? Our own villages are in danger. Do you really think that we've got time to protect stray wagons? If only we had a couple more outstanding soldiers like yourself, we wouldn't be facing these problems. A pity, innit? Of course, we'd like to do just that, but our hands are somewhat tied given the current circumstances. Do I have to keep repeating myself? Dealing with the Nagas and Fogans remains our priority, understood? Finally, somebody who speaks sense. If you sort this mess out, I'll make you a promise. I will promise to make the safety of Jean Merchant Guild my top priority. How's that sound? Huh? Ah! Grand Chamberlain! Shh! Our deal. Keep it to yourself.
Adventurer, what a pleasure to run into you here. Word of your deeds has reached all the way to 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝑒. They say you single-handedly took down 𝐼'𝓂 𝓾𝓁𝓁𝑒. Lady 𝕭𝓁𝓁 is at the castle resting. She seems to have a lot on her mind. Due to the rampant activities of the Biragi bandits, we simply couldn't spare the troops to send to 𝑔𝒃. So I took the time to deal with them personally. But seeing you here has taken a weight off my shoulders. Security Officer Caesar, would you give them charge of the town's security? I can vouch for their ability.
Yes, of course, sir. I was just about to entrust such a task to the adventurer.
I remember promising to bestow wealth and honor upon you. I look forward to seeing what you will do. Ah, and that white witch you were curious about? It seems I might have some good news for you soon. Security officer, 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁 will take care of the rewards for the adventurer. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have urgent matters to attend to.
If it had caught me dealing with the 𝕂𝓂 that'd have been the end for me. As you're aware, the Grand Chamberlain to test Calphion. We could have been in some serious trouble. But what can we do? Our noses are to the grindstone. We're in no position to be choosy whether it's Calphion or Valencia. Anyway, as I was saying earlier, head to the outskirts of the village and teach those guys a lesson. Don't worry about our deal. It still stands. Beggars can't be choosers, and we're out of options. The Grand Chamberlain really has it tough. With all the fighting, he's likely short on sleep, and yet he still goes to such lengths. Some skills, all right. You got the makings of an official guild member. Lady Isabel learned something from interrogating Bobby Lauren. Would you like to hear it? There's a place with some unusually violent Nagas. Even your average Naga returns from there with bloodshot eyes. I acknowledge you've got the skills, but how long can you keep slaying an endless stream of Nagas? Find the source and destroy it, root and stem. If you make it back, I'll initiate you into the guild myself.
You're the one who awoke in the stone chamber. I suppose you've come instead of the relic's power. Huh?
Wait, I'm not your enemy. Damn it. Completely lost your senses. I understand your resentment, but you shouldn't come with such power. Oh, you're here. Could you grab that necklace for me?
Our kin are dying. The desert Fogans are rooting us out. The Naga We will reclaim our homeland. With the relic, we will be reborn!
This relic, it will not save the Nagas. Its power is temporary, and the darkness will swallow you whole.
The relic!
It's good to see you again. Thank you for securing the necklace. From Balanos to Serendia, no place is safe. I worry that Calpheon will also be in such a state. Do you have some loose ends to tie up here? Or maybe there's something you need to ask? Well, go ahead, ask away. We have a few questions for you, too.
What? Really? You could hear the Naga's voice? Aiden, this would be an outstanding addition to our paper!
Now hold your horses, Yaz. I know it's exciting, but we haven't confirmed anything yet. What brought you here in the first place, anyway? Don't tell me you were after that relic, too. I suppose it's all you have to rely on, having lost your memories and all. You would be wise to remember my words. Those intoxicated by the black spirits have all met the same fate. Looks like that thing is blabbing to you again. We should be on our way. See you later.
Huh? Eden, we need more data to compare against the control group. Huh? Hey! Wait for me, you stubborn old muttonhead!
As expected, you exceed every rumor. Your skills are incredible to behold indeed. Some of those Naga enthusiasts might be upset, but above all else, the town's safety is paramount. Nagas aren't usually that vicious, so you can take it easy for a while. Yeah, the Fogans are still causing a ruckus. If this keeps up, the swamp will turn into a full-blown frog paradise. So that's what happened, right? I did find it odd. Monsters don't just suddenly start pouring out like that. Oh, I see that, Twinkle. You're quite curious about the Fogans. Well, go on then. Let's sweep them up while we're at it. There's a guard camp just south of the town. Soldiers have been dispatched to deal with the Fogans. Go see Mal, the captain of the Southern Guard camp. She should have some useful info on the Fogans for you. Once this Fogan nonsense is resolved, as promised, I'll arrange for personnel to guard the guild's wagons.
rushing me again? Am I the mighty Captain Cliff, veteran of 100 battles? Don't let all this hefty armor fool you. I'm a renowned scholar and linguist. I heard the Fogans, usually seen only across the desert, were spotted here. So, of course, I hastily applied. But oh my, they want me to kill them. Fogans, usually seen only across the desert, were spotted here. So, of course, I hastily applied. But oh my, they want me to kill them. What? Of course! By the looks of things, the Fogans didn't come here because they wanted to. It would be a fool's errand to face so many Fogans with such a minute force. I don't want to die. If only we could communicate with them. I think we could get them to return to the desert. You had the same thought as well. Why would desert Fogans want to come to this dank swamp? It's clear there are some circumstances we're unaware of. There must be some way we can get through to them. Ah! I know! Take this. It's a moist ball. The desert Fogans are crazy for it. I'm sure it'll help. It's clear there are some circumstances we're unaware of. There must be some way we can get through to them. Alive. It seems I may have underestimated you. Why didn't I even think of doing that? Have I become too accustomed to the ways of war? Great work. With this little guy, we can study the Fogan language, and soon we'll be communicating clearly with those frog folks. But there is one who will never listen to our words. I'd like you to take care of him for me. Yes, the leader that brought those Fogans from the desert, the Fogan chief. Titium. Every time we hear the sound of a croaking toad, our whole camp shivers with fear. If he weren't around, we might just be able to get through to the Fogans. Please? It would be a great help. I wish there were a more peaceful solution, but we're out of options. The time to use force is now. Nobody knows where he resides, but he always appears on certain occasions. They're at war with the Nagas now, aren't they? When their young ones or food supplies are targeted, he appears out of nowhere, sweeps up the Nagas, and then disappears again, just like a ghost. I don't know why he only makes these selected appearances. I'm still looking into that. If you start rummaging around their nesting grounds, or maybe where they keep the hatchlings' food stores, they'll surely summon their chieftain themselves. All you have to do is face him then. Simple, right? I've been observing the Fogans a lot, and there is nothing they care more about than their young.
𝕂𝑁𝑒𝑡, my old friend. Why did you do it? Why did you betray me? Curse your name until my dying breath! I'll curse your name until my dying breath! I'm in here on your promise!
You're saying you've taken down Titium? Who knew such a talent was hidden within the 𝕁𝕭 Guild? May I ask where you hail from? Have you thought about making a name for yourself in 𝐿? And don't you worry about those security issues any longer. A promise is a promise, and trust is met with trust.
Adventurer, you're here. I've been waiting for you. Of course, I first thought you were just a fearless country bumpkin. But seeing you in action, can't say I'm not growing fond of you. Lady Isabel has gone to 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁 to take over a business from the 𝐻𝑒𝓁 League of Merchants. She will certainly keep her end of the promise as soon as she returns. Have no fear. Do not. I do remember. It's the name of the former chief of 𝐿𝑖sh. When the Jan Merchant Guild first began trading here, I distinctly recall having a conversation with him. One day, he just vanished. No trace to be found. Went out to the marshes and never returned, they said. I don't know what business you have with him, but why not talk to the current chief? 𝐹reyRow, I think it was. I saw him on the way here. He was talking with some alchemist.
The demon spotted at Alejandro Farm. How did it happen? Was it truly a minion of Belmont?
It could be. Or perhaps it was a coincidence.
Oh! Is it the ancient stone chamber? That would be bad.
Is there anything suspicious going on?
Word is the overseer of the Black Crystal Extraction Mill has been acting strangely as of late.
Do you mean Sir Edmund?
An ominous presence is lurking around him. He's a black crystal addict. Is it possible that he could have awakened some kind of unknown relic?
Ooh, that sounds like something big. I gotta tell Eden. Big news incoming, la 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 la.
Rumor has it, there's an adventurer causing quite a stir around the village. I reckon that must be you. I'm pleased to finally make your acquaintance. I am 𝐹reyRow, Chief of 𝐿𝑖sh. On behalf of the village, I'd like to express my gratitude.
There's a face I'm always happy to see. You seem more vibrant than ever, and that truly warms my heart.
So, what brings you to this old man? If there's anything I can assist you with, say the word. Straight to the point with talk of Donat, eh? How did an outsider like you come to know that name? If you were hoping to meet him, I'm afraid you're too late. He departed this world a long time ago. Titium, the Fogan leader who drove the Nagas from the desert. No. Could it be? If the Fogans ended up like this because of what happened back then... 𝐿𝑢stan, doesn't it seem to fit together?
It may very well, but the records are sealed and no one knows the truth of that day, even you. You were with Donat that day, yet you cannot remember what happened.
That's right. When I regained consciousness, I found myself right back here. Now listen. Everyone in town is very tight-lipped about Donat. It's best not to pry into it.
Hold on, 𝐹reyRow. Adventurer. Donat was tainted by black crystals that led to his ultimate demise. Any records he left are sealed with dark energy. Given your situation, I feel you may be uniquely qualified to delve into those records and unearth the truth for yourself.
𝓂 why would you speak of such a thing? Could it be this adventurer is the one you spoke of?
Here. This area is connected by both Central Guard Camp and Southern Guard Camp. Finally, I've got my hands on the key. My preparations are complete.
Donut.
Huh?
Please reconsider. It could be more dangerous than we thought. Reinforcements will arrive soon from 𝐼'𝓂.
Listen, 𝓂. Do you really think I'm doing all this for the sake of the town?
My friend, you are clearly tainted by the Black Stone.
Tainted? We'll find out soon enough! The greatness of 𝑗. Behold! The one true king who will save us! Yet another presence has already claimed you. Where there is light, so we are. Our paths shall cross again soon.
You're back from reading 𝕞𝕦𝕔𝕙's journal, huh? I've been waiting. I need you to go somewhere for me. Hey, what's that look for? It's not like I'm gonna eat you. I'm way too cute to do something so morbid. Go on. Eden has something to discuss with you. Eden may be a bit of a rascal, but he wouldn't waste your time over nothing. Get going!
I've been waiting for you. The journal you brought from the ruins. Could I take a look at it? Interesting. It's entirely blank. 𝕞𝕦𝕔𝕚 was a scholar, so he definitely would have left something.
It's not alchemy. I can tell you that much for sure.
Surely there'll be a trace left somewhere.
Unfortunately, there's no way to tell. There's no sign of a reaction from his machine. Just what are you trying to get from this Fogan specimen? Don't tell me you two are chasing after this hogwash about the comet. What the?
The gem of balance is reacting. 𝕁𝓂, can you see it too? There's dark energy in the journal. This is a record of Belmorn.
This frog...
𝕨⁒𝕟𝓬𝓜? I never thought I'd see that name in here. Is the mistake of dawn returning to haunt us? Ever since Alejandro's farm, we've been hoping we heard wrong. We need to alert Master Lustin first. He should still be with Chief 𝓂𝓗. As you found it, maybe it should be you who delivers the record. I need to check for any more clues on this 𝑘 specimen.
This frog, it's going to regret it.
Hello there. Find me, 𝑒⁒𝑟𝒾, if you want to relieve your thirst here in Glish. Mudsters are not mere rumors. I've seen their existence in Glish ruins.
Looks like you found something. What truly happened to 𝕞𝕦𝕥? A journal. Astonishing. 𝕨⁒𝕟𝓚. 𝕞𝕦𝕥 was attempting to summon 𝕨⁒𝕟𝓚 himself, so that's why 𝕨⁒𝕟𝓚's minions appeared here, so far removed from old Hexa. Of course.
His best option to protect the town against Calpheon was the Monarch of Darkness? Does this mean that the Shadow Knights have settled here? Where exactly are they?
A desert Fogan tribe, migrating all the way to a Serendian swamp. It has been 𝕞𝕦𝕥's machination for certain. He likely sought to sow chaos to cover his tracks as he attempted to summon the darkness. Titium was probably so hooked on black stones that he had no choice but to forcibly bring his kin out here. Yet, as a bloody war was waiting for them here, of course he would have harbored a grudge against 𝕞𝕦𝕥. Adventurer, it seems we can no longer treat you as a simple black spirit symbiote. Listen here. Long ago, 𝕨⁒𝕟𝓚 reigned as king over the Hexa Kingdom. He was an ambitious conqueror who instilled fear far beyond his dominion. Yet time takes its toll on all of us, including him. 𝕨⁒𝕟𝓚 was growing older, as were his worries. In an abominable act, he summoned the evil god 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝑒, unleashing a wave of corruption that left all it touched neither living nor dead. And so righteous individuals emerged to contest and ultimately vanquish both King 𝕨⁒𝕟𝓚 and 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝑒. These individuals were known as the Knights of Dawn, pursuers of truth and defenders of balance. However, the fallen 𝕨⁒𝕟𝓚 did not simply vanish. Instead, he left a lingering curse on the souls of the surviving knights. Those who sealed and oversaw Belmorn's remnants, the descendants of the Knights of Dawn, little by little were consumed by darkness. They became the Shadow Knights, now orchestrating the revival of Belmorn. The descendants of the Knights of Dawn, little by little were consumed by darkness. They became the Shadow Knights, now orchestrating the revival of Belmorn. I'm sure you must have a lot of questions. Please, do not hesitate to ask anything. Regrettably, we have no knowledge of their current whereabouts. But rest assured, they will reveal themselves in due time. There is a matter that requires my attention elsewhere. Should I stumble upon anything of note, I'll send word. Have patience.
Lustan.
Let's save our words for now, Frero. Have we forgotten what we are here to do?
Understood.
Finished with your business here, have you? All your ducks in a row? Good. Then perhaps you could spare a moment of your time for me. Lady Isabel's business has been going smoothly. The 𝐲𝑅 Merchant Guild now holds absolute commercial power in 𝐻𝑒:𝓁. Now, we're about to transport those 𝕨𝕏 military supplies, 𝐻𝑒:𝓁's offerings, and of course the black crystals to Calpheon. By the way, I'm quite pleased with how you've handled matters here. Of course, Lady Isabel shares the sentiment. I'd like to recommend you for a position in our guild. Membership would give you a solid social foothold in Calpheon. From immigration checks to travel and various profitable endeavors, your time in the Republic will become infinitely more convenient. We'll talk more on the matter later. I see Lady Jarrett's doddering old butler is looking for you.
Adventurer, I hear you've made quite a name for yourself throughout Serendia. Lady Jarrett has great faith in you. Even now, she urgently seeks your presence. There's a small problem at the Black Crystal Extraction Mill. Once again, we find ourselves in need of your goodwill and assistance.
Oh, well, isn't that a coincidence? Lady Isabel is also looking for this adventurer.
It seems you've gained the trust of both Serendia and Calpheon. You've been rather busy, haven't you? Either way, both esteemed ladies are at the Black Crystal Extraction Mill. Why don't we make our way there together?